Hello everyone, in this lecture we are going to go over Boolean algebra. Okay, what is Boolean algebra? As we know, throughout the years we were in elementary and middle school, we have been learning about regular algebra. In the algebra we have learned before, we already learned the things in this form. We use numerical numbers to represent real world, and the variables in regular algebra will be 1, 3, 2.5, like that. And then the operators in regular algebra include plus, minus, multiplication, divide, and modulus. We created these numbers throughout history because each of these numbers can represent some real things in our everyday life, such as 3 represent 3 apples, 3 books. In mathematics, we also mention we can create functions. For example, we write function f equal to x multiply y plus z. Well, each of these x, y, z, we call them a variable, and these variables can be given a number to fulfill its real meaning. To illustrate these functions, if we write a function saying f equal to x multiply y plus z, we understand that if we plug in numbers, then we could calculate the function value f. For example, we could give x as 2, y as 3, z as 1, so we have f is 7. Or, this formula. For regular algebra, we can have rules and laws. These rules and laws include, like, if we write a plus b, it equals to b plus a. If we write a multiply b plus c, we can write it also in the form of a multiply b plus a multiply c. Well, until now, I guess we have had a quick and good review about regular algebra. In the new lecture, we are going to talk about a kind of algebra called Boolean algebra. Firstly, for the variable realizations, we have only 1 or 0. Or we can give them another set of names, true or false. During the time this was invented, those people, who invented this, actually, George Boole, he would also use pictures to represent true or false, but he didn't do so. That's why nowadays we use 1 or 0 to represent the variable in Boolean algebra. The operations for Boolean algebra are and, or, and not. Each of these are just like the operation in regular algebra. What are the meaning of this 1 and 0? 1 means some event is true, and 0 means something is not true. We can also create functions on the Boolean algebra, and the method and the way to understand the function are exactly the same as what is in regular algebra. We can also plug in numbers to see what is going to happen for this function. We can plug in 0 and 1s. And in Boolean algebra, if we try all the values, including all the different type of 0 and 1s, we have Boolean tables. And for the rules and laws, it is also, same as the regular algebra. In Boolean algebra, there are also the rules and laws. Here, there are something to comment, which I think is funny. Okay, so why do we use 1 and 0 to represent, values in Boolean algebra? The reason is that we want to use this algebra to solve also human problems about logic. And here, people start to write function based on the variables. And about math, we were learning about writing functions all the time. And for create a table which is called truth table for Boolean algebra, it shows that human beings want to see the truth. We want to see all the possibilities. And actually, Boolean algebra it has rules and laws, and that enable a complex formula to be written in other forms. That we consider it as one reason why later on, actually 90 years ago, Claude Shannon invented logic gates, which are electronic parts to represent Boolean algebra and eventually implement circuits.